to the Adventure of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Sonny.
Yo, this is Trey.
And Marcos.
From P.O.D.
Nice, here on Shiprocked.
Yeah, man.
First thing I have to say is, when I saw you out in St. Thomas, that frickin' hat you were wearing, it was awesome. Like, that was like the most awesome, and it fit with your dreads so well.
No, it was on the beach. It was right after you guys left. He was making a full straw hat, but I caught him before he did the top part, so it still had the hole in the center because I could fit over my dreads. And I said, "Can I get it just like that?" And he's like, "Sure." And he fixed it up for me. Yes, I got so many compliments.
It was
fun.
so badass.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I'm not sure what was more badass, that or your set here on Shiprocked. It's kind of iffy, right?
Yeah, definitely the set.
Right. So tomorrow night, gonna do it again. Do we have? Are we gonna switch things up? Do we have any surprises tomorrow night?
I mean,
nobody's gonna hear this yet till after Shiprocked.
Well, it wouldn't be a surprise if
right. Nobody's gonna hear it till after Shiprocked.
We might have some guest appearances. We don't know yet who, but
nice.
Throwing some ideas around.
Switch the order up a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Take some out from the first, put some new ones. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
That's what I love about Shiprocked and like the guest appearances, like you coming up with nothing more.
Yeah.
That's just badass because you don't see that at a regular show or festival a lot. It's like, but like you guys are all just like having fun together.
Yeah, we're all buddies and stuff. It was actually, I think Johnny had texted Marcos and I, and then he was asking if I can jump up and do Jacoby's part for, what is it, Don't Stop? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, of course, man. But I guess he got a few other cats to do it, so they had it planned out pretty well.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And that DJ set last night. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Thank you. Did you have a good time?
Oh, I had a great time, man. Like, I went, but more importantly, I'm an observer. And your boys were having a good time, man.
You know what? It's family. The family had to come out and support, man.
No doubt. But yeah, Squiggy was getting worried. He's like, nobody's going to leave. I want to get the fuck out of here. Because you were so good.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, because you were so good. And that place was...
Talk some shit to Squiggy now, because that's my
right?
boy, dude.
Right? You could tell him, I said, I can tell you, I think, the whole cruise, that's the most packed I saw the music experience.
Nice, man.
Like, and I was there the first night for the artist party. It was twice as packed last night.
Thank you, but I was a little concerned because I kept hearing about this Quest thing.
Oh, my God.
It was like a line.
And I was like, dude, that's messing up my DJ set. But it ended up being so cool. I was like, it ended up being awesome. So.
You know what was funny about that?
That wasn't happening. It would have been even more.
I know, right?
Dude.
Well, what was funny about that is, okay, so I was kind of curious what Quest was going to be, and I started hearing some stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I want to be here.
Yeah.
And then I walked out, went to talk to Squiggy, was checking out your DJ set, and then I for a few minutes went back and checked it out when it started, and I stood outside, and I think I saw some band member or something on their knees with Cookie. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going in there.
Oh, my God, yeah. I heard it. Yeah.
No phones allowed.
That's for sure.
No phones allowed. No nothing because they don't want a record of it. It's like the 80s. No record of the debauchery.
I don't know. It's a very touchy thing nowadays. That's like a freak out.
Right?
Or a freak off. No phones.
You know what's going down when they take your phones away.
Oh, no.
It was a ship off.
One of the dudes that worked for Squiggy, he was like, you don't have phones? There's no nothing? Okay, I'm going then. Like, he wasn't going to go if it weren't for that.
I'm staying far away from that.
I don't know what that weird smell on the boat was.
Do you really want to know?
No, because I heard past that they were comparing buttholes.
I believe that.
And I was like, why would I want to see that?
Wait, now that you mention that, okay?
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I can't remember because all the festivals run in my mind. Have you guys ever played Rocklahoma?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever gone to the campground? Have you ever gone to the campground?
No.
Okay, so here's the deal in the campground. First of all, right at the end of the night after the headliner, go in there and there is a strip club campsite.
Oh, wow.
And they have stripping. And then all
Real
the...
strippers or volunteers?
Both. Both. The hits are usually like the 400-pound dudes.
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
Going to the butthole thing. Okay? So I rarely camp in the campgrounds, but
Speaking of buttholes.
right. Rocklahoma, I do camp at, and my neighbor, there's this bus. He took a school bus, built a deck on it, and it's called Bus, Boobs, and Buttholes. Okay?
That is the best.
And if you come up to the bus and you either show your boobs or your butthole, you get Mardi Gras beads. And that's like the theme on the whole campground, okay?
Yeah.
Like they have all these makeshift bars at campsites.
Yeah.
And if you show your boob or your butthole, you get a shot, you get a beads, different things like
All it
that.
has to happen one time, and then everybody runs with
Yeah,
it,
but
dude.
here's what the problem is. You're on a campground.
Right?
So that's what does that tell you about that indigenous butthole?
Well, yeah, see.
On the fourth day. Oh.
Ain't shaking no hands on that.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, so,
Nothing shocks us. We've done a few Juggalo fests, so you know.
oh, yeah, well, there you
Everything's
go.
out the door.
We've done seen some stuff there.
Okay, there's a good question now. Would you rather be hit by the Fago or Guar common blood?
Oh,
Fago.
Fago.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. So I've been hit by that, and I'm okay with that. Okay? And I've avoided for like 15 years getting hit by Guar. And again, Rocklahoma, there's a lot of debauchery in Rocklahoma. Okay? One of the media girls here, with her media helper, went down to purposely get hit by Guar.
Yeah.
And the girl that she was with came up. I was like standing at, I don't know, the balcony above the stage, like the backstage balcony. I was standing up there. She runs up to me, soaked in it, and gives me a big hug.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, I've avoided this, but I guess it was worth it because she did it.
Yeah.
War camp, like we know about the original. What was the thing called? The cuttlefish. So if it was with cuttlefish, we got respect.
Right?
But if it's after that,
Yeah, no, it's after that.
Oh, see.
No respect whatsoever.
Yeah.
cuttlefish is legend, man.
I know, right? So I got some more fun for you. I brought something to Shiprocked that I've never brought to a festival, that I haven't worn since I'm 16. And I want you to look at it, and then I want you to pick what band you would want to tour with. I drew all that shit.
Oh, you got it.
You can tell it's been
Damn, you've had that for a long
it's been at war.
Oh, you guys saw a lot of punk rock bands, yeah.
You pick one that you would want to play with. There's some blood from a stage dive off a Marshall stack.
Oh, he's got Exploited. He got DRI on there.
Battalion of Saints.
Oh, Battalion of Saints. That's San Diego history. There,
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of people, but they overlook Battalion of Saints.
They were great.
I mean,
Obviously, going to go for the big dog.
well, here's the thing. We've
Yeah.
come really close, and it just never has happened. We've come really close. It just never happened. How could you not say, Metallica?
That's been every band. But here's, okay, so what do you notice about this Metallica logo patch? It's a real Metallica patch.
Oh, nice, man.
It's Winston pointed this out from Parkway Drive. He said, I never saw that logo before with the satanic shit. This is before they had an album.
Where is it?
Before he had an album, the devil stuff, it's like jumping the fire.
Oh,
But they don't do shit like that.
Yeah.
They didn't do that once they...
To avoid all the, That dude, that's classic.
Here's another good one. Okay, it's L.A. There were no Slayer patches yet.
Yeah. So
So
made
I
it.
did this,
Yep.
And people thought I was a gangbanger, and that was my gang name.
Oh, how funny.
Right?
Yeah. No, my mom used to make her own shirts with this. Yeah, you iron these on.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%. Wild,
Cool,
right?
brother.
So, yeah.
Cool, man. That's good. That's awesome.
So, now.
Afraid to ask you, what is the dirtiest place that jacket's been?
Oh, my God. It was the 80s in L.A., so there's a lot. Probably backstage with the overflow women of the women that could not hook up with Motley Crue.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Or when I was hanging out with Lemmy and Ron Jeremy at the Rainbow.
The rainbow.
Yeah.
Everybody has that story.
What's your story about that?
No.
You can't tell it, can you?
Yeah, it's always them two, though. It's always them two hanging out.
Oh,
You know what, dude? Lemmy was such a gentleman.
yeah, he was.
Because we did a couple records. Actually, Howard Benson, who produced a bunch of Motorhead records. So did Cameron Webb, or is it Cameron Webb?
Yeah.
And they basically produced a lot of the records. So we had a lot of threads, and we used to run into him a lot.
Nice.
And he was always picking on Howard because Howard's a Jew guy, and he used to collect a bunch of Nazi stuff, paraphernalia and stuff. So every time we saw him at the Rainbow, I couldn't understand a damn word he said, but he was always a gentleman and bought me a shot of Jack.
Nice.
Come here. I was like, all right, let's do it. And I'm like, dude, I did a shot with Lemmy again.
Nice. So here's the thing. Who is harder to understand, Lemmy or Ozzy?
I would say Lemmy, dude.
Oh, there you go.
That's 100%, man.
Can you imagine them two partying together?
Oh.
Conversation?
I'm sure
In a conversation with each other?
Right. And they would actually probably understand each other.
Yeah.
So what else you got going on in 2025 after this? Can you really top Shiprocked?
Going on tour with Godsmack over in Europe.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Then we got a lot of festivals in the States and then other tours that will be lining up. So we'll be touring throughout 2025.
Before the year's out, 2025, we're going to probably do another headline tour. We just don't know when and who and all that.
Cool. Are you doing any festivals that you can talk about?
The only one that was announced was Rockville. Yeah.
That's the one that's closest to me. That's the only one I can drive to.
Yeah. I think we're the only. We actually played last year. No bands ever played 2 years in a row, but I think they did a poll on which band would they want to come back 1 year later, and it was P.O.D. So
Look at that shit.
Yeah, man.
How does that feel,
That
man?
feels amazing.
Right? Like, do you like have to pinch yourself to realize
Yeah,
that
like-
actually happened?
Yeah, it is so cool.
So,
That's been a big part of our career, even in the very beginning on TRL. You know, a little band from South San Diego was getting people, and you had to call in. It wasn't no
right.
logging into the internet. It was like people calling in, casting their vote over the phone.
That's cool.
And just for that to happen again in a different way.
That is amazing.
We're always proving ourselves, man. It's like we got to just keep winning them over and over, but we love doing it.
What do you think's the difference from an artist perspective of playing Shiprocked opposed to any festival?
For me, I would say it's the interaction with the fans. You're literally stuck on a boat
Right?
with the people who are your fans. So I think it's a pretty cool experience for them and for us too, really. So
It's definitely more intimate, more personal. You see everybody every day. At the big festivals, you're usually just backstage with the bands and the crew and their guests. You don't really get to interact with the fans that much. Here, that's what people are paying for. That's the experience.
Yeah. And you don't really want to at the festivals, but here's what I found.
True.
Watching people, like they just walk by you and say, hey, what's up? Instead of harassing you and like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. They're just chill.
We've all adapted. Like in the beginning, it was kind of like that, but now everybody is return cruisers. Even the bands know. A lot of bands that have played this, if they don't like that intimate reaction, they won't come back.
Yeah.
But the bands that are here, it's because they don't mind. They're not trying to be divas and rock stars. They're like, I love hanging out with the people.
Right.
And we all feel like we're on vacation.
Yeah. I mean, you could hide out in the cabin,
Yeah, if you
but
want.
what fucking fun is that, man? You're on a cruise, man.
Yeah, you
like, who
gotta have
wants to
fun.
do that? So,
Man.
We just recently found out a definition for a fan that's really on you. Have you heard it's called a Punisher?
Oh, no, I haven't heard that.
And a bunch of bands always say, hey, go help Marcos. He's getting punished right now.
And it makes sense.
It's a code word between bands, but we just recently found out about it. So.
That makes sense, too, because there's been a few times I've had to save artists in press area. We're supposed to be all pros. One time, Phil was, out there, and he's like signing everybody. They're all asking, press people. And his wife calls me over and goes, can you tell him we need to go? He's never going to say no to these people. He's never going to leave.
That's Sonny. That is Sonny. We're always like, me and Cher are like, hey, Sonny's got him. Let's go.
Right?
It's tough, man. It's tough to leave, especially when, there are people that the Punishers, and then people that it's a moment. You're like, I got to listen to this person out.
And that's what tour managers and stuff for. They can be the bad guy, right?
I mean, they watch it, and then, they get to be the bad guys because sometimes they're like, well, we have to go now. I'm sorry, we have to go.
I think more bands need to be grateful for it, though, man. I mean, we're just regular dudes, man. For people to care that much about you, to want to come and get my little stinky autograph, man. I'm honored about that.
Well, that's a cool attitude.
It's a stinky autograph we're talking about.
So stinky.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so when that happened, I whisper in his ear. I'm like, hey, dude, your wife's pissed. You need to leave. And he goes, in my ear, he goes, yeah, man, my fucking band sucked today. And so everybody's like, what'd he say? What'd he say? I'm like, if Phil Anselmo.
Yeah, that sounded like that, Phil, yeah.
You got him down. That was a good one.
Right? That was pretty good, right? And so it's funny. It's like, I don't know, sometimes people are weird. Like, just be chill, and the band wants to hang out with you. Don't, freak out. And the band will. Like, here on Shiprocked, you want to hang with them. And then you find out that they're cool. Yeah. And then they love you even more because it's like, hey.
It's more personal, yeah. They're not Shiprock fans, and they know how to do it.
Yeah. It's a lot more mellow. I think early on, our first few Shiprocks, it was a little more crazy.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Like, for instance, I was walking in my room one year, and this person was following me to my room. And I go, where are you going? I'm going with you. I go, no, you're not. I don't need you to know what room I'm in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a great story on that front. One of the press people at, I think it was Louder Than Life, got us, we got more restrictions, media, because this asshole goes backstage, goes into Rob Zombie's dressing room, doesn't knock nothing, just goes in and asks him for an interview.
Oh.
Like, who does that?
You got to ruin it for everybody, man.
Right?
Yeah. That's why they put those rules in place, and then you get screwed, you know what I mean? Then it's too strict, because people can just walk in and do that.
But I have also been to some of the funnest room parties on the boat. I don't like this little ass room, and there's 30 people in there.
Right?
With a little boombox in there, and people are standing on everything, and people are on the balcony. I'm like, what is going on in here? There's no room in here. And everyone's trying to dance. People, I was like, what is going on? This is amazing.
So crazy.
I'll tell you, people have been asking me to come do this cruise for years, and usually I'm out of the country at this time of year, surfing in Costa Rica or some shit. And I finally was like, okay, I'll come. I will come every freaking year now. It is badass. It's a lot better than I even imagined. It's just so cool.
It is cool.
I went to go get a quick bite between the interview times, and then Dead's just playing. And I'm like, okay, cool. I can catch a few minutes of this set and go back. Just everything. The Family Feud was the funniest shit ever. Oh, my God. That was... Oh.
Story, man. About that.
Yeah, tell me.
Hollywood Undead, right?
Yeah, they won it.
Okay, and Parkway Drive, right?
And Parkway Drive. Okay. Both of them talked to me about it in the interview. They brought it up.
So this morning, me and the drummer are having breakfast down in the dining room. And this guy walks up. He's like, man, I love Family Feud. You guys did amazing. And I'm like, man, I wonder if Sonny or Trey did that, because I don't know what he's talking about, right? I had no freaking clue.
I get it now. I'm looking at you.
So I'm sitting there, and he's so confident about it. So then he goes, so what's next for Hollywood Undead? And I'm like this going, how do I break it to this guy, man? I don't know what to do. And then we looked at each other. Luckily, my girlfriend spoke up. She was like, you have the wrong band, like that. And we looked at each other. It's okay. He felt so bad. I go, listen, man.
It's all good.
It's not a big deal. He apologized a gazillion times. And
right.
I said, I can.
You gotta just sit.
I can be Hollywood and did if you want me to be.
You just gotta sit and wait. Okay, I did that last night because a lot of times, like
I've done it with other bands.
They'll be
backstage. I'll look inside and be like, I don't know who this guy is, but he keeps talking to me like we've hung out
all the time for me. Like I have artists I'm even friends with, but like when I see them outside the environment, like in the festival area, and they come up to me, hey, what's up, Pipeman? I'm like, fuck, who was that? It happened last night, okay? You ready for this? You're going to love this because it's connected to you guys.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Dude comes up to me I think it was during Hollywood gives me this big hug. Hey, what's going on? He's telling his wife about me. And I'm like, I do know him. I do know the face. Can't fucking remember what band, okay? Because like doing all these interviews, it just swirls in your head. And so I just let him keep talking. And then he goes, I'm drumming for P.O.D. now.
Oh, Zach.
I'm like, because he said we played whatever day you played. I'm like, who was it that played that day?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he's played in a few different bands too.
Yeah, well, I knew him from Suicide Silence, you know. And
Oh no, that was Alex.
Oh yeah.
But then
He's not here.
So then maybe it wasn't him.
it probably was that. You just they kind of look similar. Yeah.
No, but he said he was drumming for P.O.D.
On this ship.
On this
Yeah,
ship.
Zach.
Okay, yeah. So that's who it was.
Yeah, it was. Alex not with us though. Yeah.
Okay.
He played in Dead Girls Academy, and he
Yes.
plays in Demi Lovato's boyfriend's band.
I knew him from Dead Girls Academy.
Dead Girls, yeah.
Because we had one of the coolest old school moments when they played Rockville.
I'm a little concerned. I think we were going to have a double moment right now.
I know, that would have been
When he
wild.
said Suicide sounds like, oh my gosh.
So that's funny. Because I was Googling afterwards to try to figure out. So, yeah, one of my friends lived in Jacksonville. And so we had one of those old school things like Dead Girls Academy. They came over, another band came over, and we were just sitting on the porch jamming. Everybody's like, no phones, no nothing. We're just jamming. Like old school when you would sit on the porch and just have a good time.
That's awesome, man.
So, you guys got more shit to do. What else do you want to tell the listeners we haven't covered already that's important for them to know, including your socials, website, and buying your merch? Because if they don't buy your merch, they can't listen to my show.
Yeah,
I'm going to plug my boy Sonny here. He's got a book coming out. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Southtown.
February 25th. You can pre-order it right now.
Nice.
We diversify in this band. Obviously, I'm DJing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trey's great player of the flute.
Yeah, well, I believe that. You should have been at Quest last night because you could use that talent there.
He was. He had one of those masquerade masks on. He was
trying to get a cookie.
I'm the best, dude. I'm a professional.
I'm a professional.
All right, well, you guys frickin' rock.
Thank you, brother.
I can't wait till tomorrow night for another set, and thanks a lot for being on Shiprocked and the Adventures of Pipeman.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.